Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to share with you about the last subtopic in topic share capital, which is a share buyback. What is a share buyback? Share buyback is when the public company they have a quoted share in the stock exchange, and if authorized, dibenarkan by the constitution to purchase its own share. That is a share buyback. Means when the company issue share in the market and the share will be listed in the market, and the company have a right to buy its own share. Dia beli share dia sendiri. So once the company buy the share, the cancellation of the share in the market should be not a reduction of the capital. Okay, that is a share buyback. What is the best situation when a company want to make a decision to buy its own share? The company must ensure that at that time the company is solvent at that time, and repurchase not become insolvent. Maksudnya company bukan bankrupt, the financial situation is quite stable. And the second situation, the company must ensure that they must make a purchase through the stock exchange, and the share of the company are quoted according with the rules of the stock exchange. And the third situation, the company must ensure once they buy the share, the buying share process is in a good faith and interest of the company. They give a good impact. And last one, the company must remain solvent for the period 6 months after the date of declaration purchase its own share. Okay, next, what is the advantages and disadvantages when the company make a purchase own share, which is share buyback? For the first advantages, it will show the scarcity value toward the company share. So one they see the scarcity value, so they will make more attractive to the investor. The second advantages is about the financial resources. Financial resources company will be increased if the share have a treasury share and are resold at the higher price. Mean when they buy at the lower price, but in the future the company will sell at the high price, so they will give a good financial resources. The third one, about earning per share of the company, it will be show more favorable and dividend payout may be higher. EPS akan lebih tinggi. And the last one, listed company may taken private. So means all the share are taken by special individual. Not anybody can buy the share. That is the advantages. The disadvantages of the share buyback ataupun purchase on share is about it could be a reduction of financial resources. Should be maybe the money or the fund you can use for the better investment instead of you buy your own share. The next one, a share buyback can only be made out of the retained profit. Maksudnya you boleh guna duit dalam retained profit. It may result in the reduction of financial resources available for distribution to the shareholders. Patutnya boleh beri dividend to the shareholder, tapi you guna fund tu untuk buy your own share. Okay, next, purchase on share. What is the section under purchase on share or share buyback? They fall under subsection 4, section 1 to 7, Company Act 2016. So what they allow director to do? The first one, once the company buy their own share in the market, the director can cancel the share purchase. Maksudnya dia boleh hapuskan share dalam market. Second, they buy the share but they retain the purchase share as a treasury share. Dia beli, dia simpan sebagai treasury share. That is the second option. Third option, keep part. Maksudnya part of share purchase as treasury and the remainder will be cancel. Separuh simpan, separuh cancel. That is the option can do by the company. Cancel, simpan, or separuh simpan, separuh cancel. That is the option. Okay, what is the treasury share? What is the cancel? Okay, next. So this one is the method or the option can do by the company. First, company buy, holding, repurchase. They buy their own share in the market and keep as a treasury, simpan. Second, company buy, but they're just cancelling the repurchase share. What is the keep as a treasury share? Treasury share is not the cancel. They are appropriate when the company want to reissue in the future. So you can choose this option when the company have a objective. In the future, they want to sell back their share in the market at the higher price. So they can keep as this option, buy the share and keep as a treasury share. Director can distribute treasury share instead of sell in the market price. Director juga boleh issue sebagai share dividend, resell treasury share with the relevance rule of the stock exchange. And the owner of the share are no right to vote. Measure the share at the cost or minimal value in a SOPI. Not easy for company to set off again the equity in the SOP and imply the reduction of the company when you got the treasury share. So your equity company will be show the reduced value, and you can reissue back when the market are improved, and difference between reissued price carried value should be adjusted against equity. So you will see this part in your journal entry. Okay, that is the first option, beli and simpan as treasury share. The term bila kita beli share kita dekat market, bila kita simpan, kita panggil dia sebagai treasury share. Next, cancelling repurchase. You buy and you cancel. So, bila you cancel, share purchase not held at treasury, awak tak simpan, and automatically will be delisted. Maksudnya memang dikeluarkan. And suitable, sesuai for the company has a surplus fund. So, if you got a surplus fund, and then you can choose this option, buy and cancel, which is intended to each shareholder, and the issued capital will be reduced by the share cancel. Okay, next, this is a journal entry for the share buyback. For the first option, the company hold the repurchase share and keep as a treasury share. Second option, cancelling the repurchase share. Okay, if you see the first option here, buy and keep as treasury share, we have a three stage. First stage is repurchase, second is reissued, and third one is distribute as a dividend. Okay, this stage is depend to the situation of the company. If the situation at the repurchase price, so you just have to record at the repurchase process. Okay, for the repurchase process, untuk you buy back your share in the market, the journal entry is debit treasury share and credit your bank. Bank will be outflow money. The second process, after you repurchase, you must repurchase first. This is the first step. If you not repurchase, you cannot reissue. So the second process, after you repurchase and you keep as a treasury share, the next option for you, you can reissue at the above purchase price or below purchase price. Instead of reissued, maybe you can distribute as a share dividend. Okay, reissued at the above purchase price, you have to debit bank, credit treasury share, and credit your share capital. And the second situation, if you reissue at the below purchase price, bawah harga market, so debit bank, debit retained profit, and credit share capital. That's why kita debit retained profit that I mentioned previously. If any loss or profit against the reissued back the share buyback, so you have to set off against your equity. So this is our equity. The next option, after you buy, you don't want to reissue back, but you want to distribute as a dividend. So how to record this distribution of dividend? You have to debit retained profit, credit treasury share. Okay, so this is the option you can do. Once you buy, you keep as treasury. So you simpan treasury, repurchase. After you repurchase, what you can do with the treasury share? You can reissue or you can distribute as a share dividend. Okay, that is the holding repurchase as a treasury share. Next option is you buy the share and you cancel the share. So in this cancelling process, they have a three process. They must go straight, all the three process. Mesti ketiga-tiga ni jalan sekali. But on this part, dia akan jalan satu-satu lah. Tengok the situation. Okay, for the cancelling repurchase share, first process is cancel. So you must ensure during the cancel process, you have to record at the issued price of the share. Dulu sebelum ni, price issued at what price? So you have to record at the issued price. So debit ordinary share, you want to cancel. So ordinary share capital, you have to debit. And credit temporary account, we call it as a purchase own share. That is the cancel. Second process, after you cancel, you have to pay, kena bayar, debit purchase on share, and credit your bank. The third process is write off. What you have to write off? The write off here is write off between the difference between the issued price and also the market price. If your issued price is lower than a market price, so your journal entry will be debit retained profit, credit purchase on share. So actually, if you see purchase on share here is a temporary account, credit, debit, credit. So means finish the process of cancelling, process cancelling finish. So this purchase on share will be 0. That is the situation is the issued price lower than a market price. There are contra with the situation when the issued price more than the market price. So you have to debit purchase on share and credit your retained profit. If you want to know more about that, this journal entry, you may refer the example on the page 7, example 7, page 27 in Jan Lazabu. Okay class, now we go to the next step, which is effect of share buyback to the SOP. For the first option, they are holding the repurchase as a treasury share, and the second option, they are cancelling the repurchase. Okay, the first one, after you buy, you want to repurchase. You at the repurchase price, you buy and you keep as a treasury share. So this treasury share will fall under element of equity in your SOP as a minus item after the reserve. So what happened? Let's say, for example, we have the company buyback Berhad and we have 20,000 unit ordinary share and also the retained profit with the value 15,000. Okay, then the company make a decision. They want to buy back. They want to buy back the 10,000 share at RM2 ringgit. So dia nak beli balik yang 20,000 this ordinary share. So what happened? You have to record in the journal debit bank, credit your treasury share. You buy and you got a money and you see you have to debit bank and credit treasury share. So what effect to your SOP? So buyback Berhad, you still have a 20,000 unit in your SOP and you have the same figure of retained profit. And you have another one, the new value of a buyback, which is a treasury share as a less. So you have to minus. So the shareholder fund, now you have a 50,000. Instead of 70,000, now you have a 50,000 shareholder fund after you make a repurchase and keep as a treasury share. Okay, second part, after you purchase, you keep as treasury share. So what you want to do with this treasury share? Apa yang kita boleh buat dekat treasury share ni? So kita akan buat sama ada kita want to reissue at the above purchase price or want to reissue at the below market price, or instead of reissue, maybe you want to distribute as a dividend. Okay, first reissue at the above purchase price, so effect of bank will be increased. No more treasury share under your equity if you reissued 100% your treasury share in the market, and the share capital will be increased with the number share reissued. Let's say the company make a decision they want to reissue back the 10,000 share at the price 3 ringgit. So means they are more than a market, more than a purchase price. Purchase price just now is a 2 ringgit. They want to reissue 3 ringgit. So debit bank, credit treasury share, credit share capital 10,000, 20,000 and 30,000. So what effect to your SOP? So in your SOP, the same unit, the same figure, and there is no more treasury share item in your SOP after you reissued in the market. Next situation at the below market price, same effect, no more treasury share, and the next effect is on your retained profit will be decreased. Okay, let's say you want to reissue the same item, you have a treasury share, you want to reissue at RM1 ringgit. Just now you buy 2 ringgit, but now you want to reissue below market price RM1 ringgit. So debit bank, credit retained profit, credit treasury share at the cost price. So you want to set off the loss or gain from your reissued, you have to set off against your equity, which is a reserve retained profit. So what happened to your SOP? Same figure unit ordinary share, just effect on your retained profit will be minus 10,000 because of the losses reissued share in the market because reissued below a market price. Okay, the next one, instead of you reissued, maybe you want to distribute. You want to distribute this treasury share. You don't want to reissue, but you want to distribute as a dividend. So the item retained profit will be decreased, and there is no more treasury share. Same. So let's say the situation they want to distribute the treasury share as a share dividend. So you have to debit retained profit, credit treasury share at the cost price or the cost value. So effect your SOP. So there is no more treasury share in your SOP, but you have 20,000 unit ordinary share and your retained profit will be decreased at the value 20,000. Okay, that is a first option, holding, repurchase and keep as a treasury share. The next option is you want to cancel your repurchase. This one is you buy and you don't want to keep as treasury, just you buy and you want to cancel in the market. You nak hapuskan share awak dekat dalam market. So what happened? So let's say the company want to cancel, dia nak cancel 10,000. So they start from here, it's not from here. They start the buyback here. Okay, they start from here, so they want to buy back. So now you have 10, 20. So they nak buy back that is 20 with the price RM2. Just now the price here is RM1 ringgit. Okay, so you have to, first one you have to cancel. The first process we have to cancel debit ordinary share, credit purchase on share at the cancel ataupun at the cost price. So issue price just now RM1, so kena cancel pada harga RM1. Second process is a paid bayar. So once you pay, you have to pay at the market price ataupun you want to pay at the RM2. So paid pada harga RM2 kat sini, cancel pada harga RM1. So debit purchase on share 20k and credit bank 20k. The next one is a write off. Write off is you want to set off either gain or losses from your cancelling process. So if your purchase price or your issued price is lower than purchase price, so you have to debit retain profit, credit your purchase on share. If you see here, the purchase on share here, your credit 10, debit 20 and you credit 10. So at the end of the process cancelling, your purchase on share will be 0. Okay, so what happened to your SOP? So the SOP effect in your unit of ordinary share, instead of 20,000, just now you dah cancel 10,000, so the new unit become 10,000, and the second effect in your retained profit will be decreased because there are losses of cancelling process, but you cancel pada harga lebih tinggi daripada harga issued. So the balance for retained profit will be 40,000 and shareholder fund become a 50,000. Okay, that's all for today about the effect the share buyback. Any question you can ask me. Okay, thank you class.